Hey everyone, CMG Bone. I just wanted to make some videos on a fun game that I like to play. So this is on Roblox. The game's called Farming and Friends. And for this first video, I just want to show you guys the basics. So the game file I'm using, or I've done everything in the game, so I have access to all of it. I've been playing since December, and now it's July, so been playing it for several months. Played it with friends. It's got a nice community, and why not share the knowledge, pass it on? So today's video, yeah, these are all the basic things you start with. So I just made a field, and I just want to just share how it all works. So doing this kind of casually. And we can just go through everything in the game as I make more videos. So we'll see how it goes. So start off with a tractor, and we have a plow and a cultivator and a seeder. And once the crops grow, you harvest them with a harvester, and then you pour the harvest into a trailer or a truck, and then you sell it and make money. And this game's got a good loop, and everything you do, you can. This map supports up to 8 people, and you can all work together and give each other permissions to work on each other's farms, help each other out. It's really fun. So to start, let me hop into my tractor and back up to the plow here. And I play with controller, but this game works on mobile and computer, and so there's different keys and buttons depending on. So when you make a field out of dirt, that's what you'll start with. You gotta plow the field first, and the tutorial will force you to do this. So I've got some friends in the server here, so they're giving me access. These videos are gonna have friends in. So, oops, let's move this a little bit. So first we plow. So that's what plowed dirt looks like. Then we disconnect and we find our cultivator. Putting everything in the way. So yeah, then so then this is how the ground will look next. This game, I guess, it's kind of like Farm Sim, but simpler. Just do basic farming. It's not all the details super realistic, all the equipment and every single thing you could possibly do on a farm. Not that there's anything wrong with Farm Sim, but this game has changed a lot. They update it each month. They add new things to do. It's come a long way from when I started. Even a new map. So that is all set. Now the next thing you do is I will back up to this cultivator, or seeder, and pretty much there is a town in the center of the map. I don't know if it'll render from here. All the plots go all the way around. It's a big square, 2 plots per corner, and there's a city in the middle. Buy seeds and you sell seeds. There's lots of things to do. We'll get into it in later videos. So pretty much here's a box of seed. You can pick up to 2 of them. You fill the seeder and then you plant. So we plowed, we cultivated, and then we are seeding or planting. And I could fill this whole field, but I'm just demonstrating how the basics work and what you do to get started with some of the basic things. And next, we'll just wait to harvest it. Oh, there's a train. Yes, we'll get to that too. This pickup truck's really quick and fun to drive. Do all kinds of donuts and things. While we wait for the crop, let me think of some other things I can talk about. There's in the center of a field, there's some shows the progression of what grows. You can you can click these buttons, so you can pay Robux to make it rain, or this will make your crop grow instantly. So just kind of a status. And there's also icons that as I did all the things I just did, it kind of shows you what's next. Like your field needs to be plowed or whatever. So when you get in the game, also click through all these buttons on the top. Uh, there's a build button. I'll get into that in more detail in another video, but it puts you into this build mode where you can design the entire field. There's also a layouts here. This entire thing is considered a layout. You can make more, and you can actually scroll in here and make up to 10 layouts. And I didn't know that for the longest time, so I wanted to show that right out the way. So I'll get into all these tools later. The farm button is next. You want to go in here. There's 3 categories. I've completed them all. Farming. You make goals. You pick things to work on, like chocolate milk. And then there's things to do, and there's a percentage complete, and you finish it, and you earn it, and you unlock it. So then there's animals, there's factories, upgrades for the factories, lots of things to look at. Do your goals every time you play when you're new. Logistics, this is increasing capacities and other things. So just take a look at that stuff each time you play. This is also where you give other people permissions. So workers, basic, trusted, and full access. And then you can do advanced as well and turn on and off every single thing that makes the game work. I recommend using trusted a majority of the time. Trust full access lets people build your farm, but they can also delete. So you gotta really make sure you know and trust the person you give full access to. So don't say I didn't warn you. But you can block people from your farm. You could pay them. You could trade. We can get into that more later. And this turns trades on and off. Slots are kind of like save files. Like my money and all the stuff I do here is in slot 1. If I do this, it resets my money and all the stuff I have. And this probably deletes the slot. So if you have animals, their statuses will show up here. We can get into a lot of that in more detail later. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. I guess there's a farmers club for those who want to get extra perks to make the game work a little bit better. It shows what they are there. The shop is what you see when you jump into the game, which is also a good thing to point out. There's a shortcut to the vehicle store here, and you don't have to drive to the downtown to do the vehicle store. So I'll mention that again, but I won't go into that right now. This is just in-game settings as opposed to Roblox settings. This is just for volume, and you can toggle to try some of these things if you want to change up. This is the equipment manager as of the today of this video. This thing just changed. The game keeps evolving and changing. Little things happen, so I've got lots of stuff that we can dig through in there. Don't have everything in the game, but I've got a good amount of stuff. So pretty much every crop has a timer, and this is, I should have done wheat, it would have been done by now. But you drive over this, and then you hit the button and dump it in here. And then you drive it down to the store to sell it. I guess why not? We can drive down to this. I'll just show you the town real quick while we wait for the crops to grow. I'll go on different layouts too, and you maybe I'll do a video where I show each layout and what I kept editing and designing different things on the layouts, making them more efficient. It's been a lot of fun, and the community in this game is really nice too. A lot of people just want to help out and work with you. So these buildings are the stores where you buy all the seeds. There's tree seeds in there, there's forestry, whoops. This store here, I'll go into this in more detail later. You can buy all the seeds right that they currently have in the game. Animal food, there's bees. You can buy stuff in quantities back here. There's a pallet buying system where you can buy all the seeds with pallets. And up to 4 of them at a time. The forklift and the pallet system is something that can be unlocked. This is where you sell goods. Each sell station, and that's where you buy animals, has little boards that you can scroll and see the values. Every 5 minutes, things go from dark red to bright green. So the prices tweak, and you can pay Robux to boost them to full. Above green is a rainbow, so it's a random chance that you can get the highest value too. When you buy trucks, they appear here. This is the truck store where you can talk to this guy to buy vehicles and equipment. I'll go into that in a deeper, another video. You can customize them, like do paint. This is where you could sell things. There's different sell paths. I could get into the different categories. There's wood, there's liquids, there's grain. The train and the companies, here's the leaderboard. Pretty much you could join I'll do that in another video. You join a company, you bring stuff to fulfill, and then you ship it on the train, and you get money and work as a group at a high level. And that's what that looks like. So that's kind of a mini, quick, super fast tour of what you'll be doing in the game. Driving back and forth, planting things, harvesting. You can work together. It's super fun. It's just... So these are ready. I have unlocked hay. So when I do oat and wheat, I have these trails of hay that I can bundle up into hay bales and sell if I want. This is how this works. And I can click a button, delete, to delete what's inside. If you put green under here and hit yes, it will delete what's in your truck. So if you ever need to multiple crops, you can, you got like a little bit left, you just want to delete it quick. But here I pour it in here. And then I'll go down to the sell station again. And I'll show you how we sell it. And that'll be pretty much what I wanted to cover in the first video, is how does the tractor and the basic tools work. You'll be using that to farm all the crops. And we can get into other crop types later. There's liquid, there's the trees and wood, and then there's other goods from the factories. So there's 4 cell paths, 3 here, and then the animal one over there. So I'll just squeeze in here. It tells you the value, and you just click sell. And that is it. So yeah, I guess I'll stop right here. You can also pop out of your truck at any time. There's a to farm button that lets you teleport back to your farm. You can also go in the menu and go through different categories and select your vehicle and respawn it or store it to get your stuff back to your farm. So that's also good to know as a beginner. So yeah, well, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.